First graders, today for science, we are going to make our own flowers. Now, you might remember a couple months ago when I came around for social studies and I talked with you about different symbols that were for our country, the United States, for our state of Utah, symbols we see around our community and in our neighborhood, and also symbols we see at our school. You also might remember that one of the symbols we talked about was the state flower for Utah, and that flower is called a sago lily. Now let me show you what a sago lily looks like again. Okay, so here is a picture of a sago lily. You can see it's a white flower and this yellow bit in the center with a little bit of a purplish reddish color around the edges. And then it has these little pointy parts coming through the petals that are actually a very pale green that are called the sepals. So we will be making our own model of the state flower sago lily today. So for today's project, you need this paper and this paper out of your packets, and you need the 2 pieces of pipe cleaner that were in your packet as well. You should have one that's green and one that's another color. Okay, so if you have those, the first thing we want to do is we want to add some color to our white paper. This is going to turn into the petals. So these little bean shapes that I see here, I'm going to color those that reddish purple color that we just saw in that picture. And you can do the same thing. Okay, so I'm just making those little bean shapes kind of a reddish purple color. Okay. So you can see I colored those in. And then I'm going to use yellow and color from those beans down toward the middle. Okay, so there I have it. I have those beans colored kind of yellow, kind of a reddish purple, and then yellow coming from them toward the middle. Okay, then that's all the coloring you're going to have to do because remember the petals were mostly white. Okay, so then we have this one, and I want you to go ahead and cut around the outside edge of both of these papers. Okay, so I'm going to do that quickly. So there's that all the way around the outside edge of that. That's all the cutting I've done. And now I'll go around the outside edge of the white one as well. Okay, so now I have the white one cut out as well. Now you'll notice on both of these, there is a little dotted line that goes next between 2 of the sections and down toward the middle. Okay, and there's one on the green as well. There's the dotted line going to the middle. If you'll just cut one little snip going down that dotted line, so you'll see it's just a split right there. And do that on both of them. Split right there. Okay, now this is the tricky part. You'll notice that there's one section on both of these that says on it glue, and that is exactly what we're going to put there is the glue. So I have my glue stick, and I'm just going to glue right around the edge of this piece. Okay, so I put glue right all the way around the edge of that, and then I'm going to take the one that's next to it on the other side of the cut and bring it over right on top of it, just like that. Rub it down so it's really stuck on there. Okay, so you see how it made like a little cup shape now? Okay, and I'll do the same thing on the green one. Okay, I will put glue where it says glue, and then take the piece on the other side of the cut and bring it over on top of where I just put the glue. and rub it down. Okay, so now I have these two little cups, green one and the white one. And I'm going to set the white one inside the green so that the petals, the white parts, are between the sepals, the green parts. And the sepals are sticking out between the petals, just like that. So now see how they fit together so nicely? Okay. Then I'm going to take my green pipe cleaner and I'm going to poke it through, oh, I didn't glue that on well enough apparently. Okay. And I am going to poke that through each of these. So I'm poking it through that middle part of the white. And then poke it through the middle of the green. That really needs more glue on it. Didn't rub it well enough when I glued it together. Okay, so I poked it through the white, poked it through the green, then I can have the white sitting inside the green again and pull it until it's just got a little bit sticking out the top. Do you see how I have just a bit of that sticking out the top? And that bit that's sticking out the top, if you'll just kind of bend it around into a bit of a hook like that. Okay. So now we have a stem. We have these green parts called the sepal. We have these white parts called the pistil. The petals. Okay, this part in the middle is called the pistil. Okay, and we'll talk more about the pistil tomorrow. So, stem and pistil out of green, sepals and petals here, and then we still have one more pipe cleaner. This last one I want you to fold in half like that and cut it. And then you have two smaller pieces that I'm going to pull this back out part way. I'm going to wrap around the about a little less than an inch down from the top. Remember how I made that little hook? So I'm just coming down a bit from that hook and I'm wrapping these pieces around. Okay, so I just twisted those on. I have the little hook sticking up the top. I can pull these down until it's inside of the flower. And those pieces that I just added are called the stamen. Okay, so I have the stamen in the brown, the hook is the pistil, the white is the petals, the green are the sepals, and we have the stem down here. And now you have your own model of Utah State flower, the Sego lily. And we'll talk more about these flower parts tomorrow. See you soon. Bye.